Mom, you're gonna say this is gross.
What's up, YouTube? All right, I'm filming on my phone because I wanted to bring this to you, and I probably should have filmed me putting it together, but I'm glad I didn't because it would have been about a 4-hour process, and you would have heard me cussing a lot. So I'm gonna give you a little review on the what I got recently. Boom, the BedSlide, right? It's awesome, great stuff. So I'm gonna give you a little overview here, what it looks like. Here it is. So just real quick, slides out like this. That's as far as she goes. As you can see, it's, still quite a bit in there. But now all my stuff is out here. It's got this nice bar handle. This is how you release it. Right here. Couple things though. Instructions. They are the worst gosh dang instructions I have ever seen in my entire life. If you're gonna put this together yourself, you better have some common sense / mechanical know-how, or you're going to be in a world of hurt. Let me go over a few things here. Let's see. Let me grab a drink. Sorry, I'm very thirsty. Been sweating my tail off. First things first. The bracket down there on the bottom. You bolt it to the... I bought the kit that actually bolts to the existing bed bolts. Now I have the bed liner in here. So in order to get those bolts broke free, you better put some muscle into it, and you better cut the bed liner off first. I end up using a utility knife to cut all of the bed liner off the bolts before I got it in there. Okay? That was a pain in the ass. I sweat my tail off doing it. Not a big deal. It is what it is, right? But when you go to put that base together, they send you different brackets. Because it's when you get the base, when you get the bed liner, they give you this stupid drill thing through to where you're gonna. Let me get it. Your original option is this stuff. So you would drill a hole in your bed. And then you put this piece right here in there, and then when you put the bolts and the washers in and you start tightening it down, this would mushroom, and that would be that. Well, I don't want to put holes in my bed, so I paid extra to have the kit to go to the original mounting bolts. So the thing is, it tells you to measure keep 1.5 inches off this bed. That way you have plenty of room. And then, so-and-so. Also, the bed things don't come with it. This is an extra $200 and some dollars. Just for these here. Which, that's another story. So I'm getting there. Anyways. So I put the bracket together up there. I mounted everything down, and I started measuring. I had like maybe an inch, maybe a 1/4 inch. But the problem is the brackets they give you, there's not really any adjustability to them. Just slide it forward or backwards. It's either in or it's not in. So I did what it did. I just put them in. Let's see how it works, right? So I go to close it, and you'll see it doesn't slide that easily. It's actually kind of hard to push, but if you keep your finger on this, it actually rolls very nice. But anyways, back to this. So we push it in, right? It has its locking points. Right there, I push it in. It's still free. Now if I push it a little harder, it locks in. Because I think it's hitting at the back because I didn't have enough room like it's supposed to have, for it to just slide in and lock normal. You kind of gotta see, there. You gotta push it a little harder just to kind of bump it in, to lock it. Now, as you can see, boom, it ain't going nowhere. But I believe it's because I probably don't have an 1.5 inches on that side. But I can't adjust it. There's no way to move it forward. So that baffled me. All right. Let's go to the instructions. All right. So onto the instructions here. So the initial instructions, first starts out, this is what you get. This is the first thing I looked at. And then I went to this one. So this one shows that you want to, there's your brackets for the original bed bolts. And it shows here, here's your bolts. It says loosen and remove cab and bed bolts. Don't loosen all of them at once, because then your bed can shift and you won't get the bolts back in there. Then we go to step 3. Oops, let's see what step 1 was. Oh, step 1 is just pulling the base off the inside. So we go to step 3 and we want to attach this. Okay, it sort of looks like that, but not really. There's actually like a T and then just one long piece. Give me a minute, I'll get up there and show you. Then we move on. Step 4. We're going to mount the brackets and then mount the bolts. And then it goes on to step 2. It goes from step 4, now to step 2. So I think it just kind of, I don't understand it. There's step 2 here. Here's step 3. You know what? It's the exact same. They goofed up and threw a sheet in here that I didn't need. It's the same sheet. I'm just not realizing this. Alright, so anyways, that's installed. Now we're back to step 2 again. Step 3. Now step 3 on this one shows mounting these rear brackets, which somewhat look like that. Here's step 4. The light's pretty bad. Then let me show you this. Step 4. Step 6. Where the hell is step 5? You know what I mean? Very frustrating. All right, so that was that one. So then I move on to this one. 1. You're gonna mount these, right? This is what it says. Doesn't show you what the heck you're using. It just says 4. It kind of gives you an idea, but it says elevator bolts. What the heck is an elevator bolt? I don't know. So I have to just count out the bolts and figure out which one's which. It says tools needed, 2 fender washers, 8 of the serrated nuts, 8 of the elevator bolts. So after I counted them out and figured it out that way, that's how I got that. So it'd be nice if you see this. It says you need a 7/16 inch. Show what an elevator bolt is. Show what your fender washers are. Show what your serrated nuts are. It's just easy stuff like that. So anyways, then it tells you that you want to slide them in, slide your bed covers together, or this piece underneath the slot, and then you have to install. These are elevator bolts, right here. You have 4 of them. Well, it shows 1, 2, 3, 4. Then on step 2, it says mounting the front bed slide. You need an Allen key. You needed this wrench. So when you go to that, they're talking about that bottom piece right there. Now underneath there are 4 holes. 2 are for the elevator and 2 are to mount that bracket, which, don't get me wrong, just takes mechanical know-how and you figure it out. But on the instructions, it doesn't tell you which one is which. So you just have to kind of figure that out. So basically that means you place the silver bar and you see what bolts holes line up, and then you come back and put your elevator bolts in and tighten those down. Then you put that on, because it doesn't line up with that. The elevator bolt actually goes like right there. So you would think they'd stay in a line. No. It comes to here. The other one bolts down over there. So anyway, so now we got that on. Hey, back up to the instructions. This is where it says leave 1.5 inch space here, which, like I said, the brackets do not allow. I could not figure out how. There is no way. Let me get up here. I'm going to show you. Here's what we were dealing with. All right, so those bolts, here's your bracket. That has what looks like a T in it, right? So it cannot move this way. It can only move that way. These go up and down as well. So they cannot go this way. They go up and down. So please explain to me how I'm supposed to keep 1/2 inch away from there. It's impossible. It's not going to be done. So that's what those look like. Same thing. If you have any questions, please ask. I will let you know. Moving back out. All right. Okay. I don't think I'm going to be able to. Well, I could if I get up there. So anyways, those are the same thing. They're only move side to side, not long ways with the truck. So once again, no way to actually bring it back this way to provide 1.5 inches. So then it says center bed slide between wheel wells. I can do that. It worked. So I got it centered the best I could. Then they want you, once this is installed, which in nowhere in the manual does it tell you to tighten these middle ones down. You just kind of got to know. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. All right. So now we got this put together. Let's go make sure we get it all put together. All right. Step 3. This is the down view. This would be if you were drilling your holes. You're going to leave 1.5 inches. The same thing. It shows you how to use it. The rib nuts is what they're called. Once again, the base frame. Not worried about that. Step 6. Install the sliding frame. We had a little trouble getting this, tilted up, and then down in there it was a little awkward at first, but we got it. I think it was just us being dumb. And then the end. Protective film removal. It says something about pull a corner of protective film and slowly pull it away from the die decals on each side of the tie-down rails. The film comes up with a letter attached position back in place and rub with card, such as a blank card, or even your hand so the decal adheres to the surface of the down rail. I don't know what the hell that's all about. I'm guessing it's like right here, peel something back. For what, I don't know. And here's this one. I mean, I don't know what that would be even for. Shows a little picture, says peel. I don't know, maybe you want it to say slide that way. I don't know what the heck this one's for. Protective film. Oh, I get it. Oh, geez, look at that. Okay. That makes a lot of sense, but who cares? Why didn't you do that from the factory? Okay, so it's like a vinyl. They basically just stuck it on there. And then you can peel basically this is the piece of tape that you use to apply it with. My wife does some of that vinyl stuff, and she has some of this. So anyways, all right, so we got that figured out. Moving on. Those. Oh my gosh. Here we go. I want to show you something. First step. Boom. When you look at this, I want you to look real close. Okay? Get the shadow out of the way. When you look at that, right? BZ's going to the right. BC's going to the right. Okay? Everybody sees this? I want you to notice something. See how these look like this little hook is pointed to the center of this? Let me explain something. If you put that just like that, guess what? See this? This tie down thing, but that's what bolts into this. There's a hole in this bracket. If you flip that, you now bring that hole over here. And guess what? There's no opening to put a screw through. Now, I don't know, maybe you couldn't get it. I know I asked my father-in-law to read this and tell me what he thought, and then he kept telling me to turn it around after I'd already figured out that it wasn't going to work that way. And after about 10 minutes of talking to him, we finally agreed that, yeah, this is messed up. Like I said, look at it. That J, which goes under here like this, kind of like this one. See how it comes over and it wraps? Comes over and it wraps like this. And then this bolts in here, and that's what holds it. Okay? You put that like that, it brings the hole on this side, which means there's no. And okay, so maybe I thought I had this rail backwards. If you come back to the original, it shows a picture in here. Wait, wrong one. No, well here, look. Shows a picture. Boom, nothing. You can see the bolt like right there in the hole. Doesn't show an actual piece there. Let me see if it's on this one. One of these, I got instructions somewhere. Shows how to put this bed together. Because there's like 4. You literally, I got instructions to build this. I got instructions to build that back there. I got instructions to build these. And then I got instructions for, I think, the rail system. Because the rail system, I don't think really comes with the platform yet. I ordered this base with the rail system. But they sent me instructions for this and then instructions for these. There's 4 different sets of instructions. And then, I haven't even opened this yet. Then we have BedSlide warranty kit. Don't know what that is. These are the original brackets that went on to the mount installation thing. That would be for your, I believe that's for if you're going to drill your holes. Another thing, these. I got it. This crap came with all of them. Does it say in the instructions what it goes to? Not a thing. It came with like every bracket. Right there. Came with all the brackets I installed. But do I know what this does? I have no clue. This is nowhere in the instructions. It looks like a sticker of some sort. Hold on, I know you can't see, but yeah, it's super sticky. Don't have a clue what these are for. But it came with all the brackets. I left them off. Don't know. Don't have a freaking clue. Not in the instructions. I just gotta say, we're gonna get to the good part. Give me a minute. We're gonna get to the good part. I'm still complaining about the instructions. So anyways, if you do get one of these, filming with your phone is ridiculous. I've hit the button and shut the camera off, so I don't even know if I got all of it. But then I get notifications, and I accidentally hit them, and then it shuts the camera off. It's, anyways. If you go to build one of these, if you buy one of these, right now I'm actually, I mean, it seems pretty, it's a little sloppy there. It's pretty sturdy there. It slides pretty easily. Plenty of bed space. It comes out pretty good ways. These seem pretty sturdy. I mean, they're a little wobbly here, but they're not bad. But if you're going to get one of these, plan on putting something together and pulling it apart 20 times. It's just the way it is. Because, like I said, the instructions don't actually give you step-by-step to install anything. So you're going to put something on, then you realize it has to come back off. It's very frustrating. I've been at this. It's supposed to take like 2 hours to put this on. It's now 3:30, and I started this at like 11:30. And basically the only reason is because I've had to pull things apart time after time and after time again because the instructions do not tell are crap. They're absolute crap. Like I said, back to this. These things. And these are an add-on. These don't come with it. These are an extra $269. You can get another one. I don't mark my words, but you get another one, another small one that comes down here, so that you now have this, and it runs down into a smaller one. You know, cool. It's like another 20. I didn't care about that. So, anyways, side kicks. This is all jacked up. This do not go off the picture. I wish I could give you a better idea, but when you bolt them, make sure the J-hook goes to the inside of the bed. And that way, and it goes on the outside, and that way these go over top of the wheel wells, and it keeps this open. You don't want these hanging in here because then it takes away from your bed space. It just gives you more because these are actually over top the wheel wells. Moving on. Now, shows remove this after you've already installed it. You got this on, right? This is the last thing. You figure it shouldn't be that hard. Now it wants you to remove it again. Frustrating. So we remove those and remove the cap piece again. Step 3. Then it shows to put this on. Honestly, on the second one, I realized after I'd already removed this, you do not have to remove this. You can set this in there and slide it up. And that way you don't have to move this. Only thing is, you will have to unbolt this one because it comes with these little pieces that slide in here. Oop, I got that sucker tight. Okay, so it comes with these little blocks that slide in. Now, if you don't have them in there, you can just unbolt this. Oops, unbolt this. Kick that one down. Slide another one down if you need to. And then you slide a third one in to replace this. And that way you don't have to remove this whole thing. You just have to remove the one bolt. All right, makes it easier. And then also these tie-down things I think are going to be awesome. But when you get the package, it does not really tell you, which we'll go through here. We'll finish this instructions up. There's your front view, how it's supposed to look, what it says, and then the end. But the whole thing is like, it's just, God, it's such a pain in the ass. Now I'm going to give you guys a, oh, I bet that was bright while I was sitting here talking to you. I'll give you a review. I'll give you some updates later as I use it and get it working. Like I said, right now I actually think I'm going to really like it. It's sturdy. It's pretty solid. I mean, I'm moving the whole truck. As long as you pull this out all the way as you're running it, it slides real nice. And then it still locks in place. I just kind of push it. It looks really good in there. Right? It slides back out really nice. It locks there, right? Okay, so let me give you also. So there's one locking position, closed. The next one is 2. There's a second locking position, not quite all the way out, but a little bit. So the third locking position is here, so now it's kind of even with the bed. I don't know how much you can see, but and then your fourth is all the way out. Now from here, if I was to pull on this and then lift it up, the whole thing would come out. But like I said, I think I'm really going to like it. It's going to make a heck of a lot easier to climb in, or instead of having to climb in and out of the bed, I can just kind of pull the stuff out to me. But gosh, the instructions are horrid. Putting it together is just painful. The build quality seems pretty good. At first I was a little worried about these. It seemed pretty loose, pretty flimsy, but after I get everything tightened down, they're pretty solid. I think it's supposed to carry 1,000 pounds. I'll never have 1,000 pounds back here, but I might be close sometimes. I guess maybe. I got equipment that I've got to put, back in that I'll carry all the time, but I think it's going to work great. Don't get me wrong. I really like it. You just got to have some mechanical skills and a lot of patience. One of my coworkers got the same thing, and he's going to be eventually putting his in. I can definitely try to record that one and give you a step-by-step to put it in. Please leave in the comments below if that's what you'd like to see. But like I said, as long as you have some basic knowledge, you'll figure it out. And you are going to sweat. You are going to cuss a few times. Like, I kind of second guess myself a little bit that I got everything tight, because I've had to tighten and retighten and loosen and retighten things so many times. I'm just not for sure. So, there's that. Like I said, I think it's going to be great. Don't get me wrong. I believe it's pretty good quality. I think everything's going to work right on it. It seems to slide pretty good. Seems pretty well built. So as long as you're willing to fight through the putting it in, then I think it's going to be worth it. Now, another thing I thought about going with was the decked, but I have a cart that I've put in here too. And one of my biggest complaints was I didn't want to climb up in there to get cases. So that's why I went with the BedSlide. But if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, please let me know. I will be, like I said, I'll give you an update on what I think of it in in a week or so after I've been using it. So far, the only thing I've actually heard of is these bearing down here, the bearing rollers down there on the, you can't see, but on the bearing rollers, they tend to wear out over time, but they're not hard to replace, and they're not that expensive. So if it lasts me a year and I get to replace them every year, I'm not worried about it. This is quite expensive. It's about, as you see it here, with this bed rail, with what it comes with. It comes with this, the handle, this side rail, these side rails. This is called the BedSlide S, I think. Pretty sure. Pretty positive. Let me look on the box here. Doesn't really say. Let me look at my... Didn't really say. What about this one? I can't remember if I got the Classic or if I got the S. I think I got the S because the Classic doesn't come with the rails, so you'd have to buy those extra. Wow. This is not really saying. I think it's the S. This is this. I think it's the S. So, if you look on their website, the Classic just comes with this here, and these rails. Does not come with this. In order to have this right here, you have to have these. So if you order the Classic, I don't think that these will even bolt up to the Classic if I remember correctly. Or you buy the Classic, then you have to buy these, then you have to buy this, which in turn ends up being more. If If you buy the S, it comes with these already, and then you just have to purchase these extra. They also have these go to here, a shorter one. So it's, you know, you have a box up there and a box down here. And there's a couple other things that comes with it, whatever. But I believe this is the BedSlide S, holds 1,000 pounds. These are extra. Comes with that bar back there to help stabilize it. And, you know, this comes with 4 tie downs, and the bed actually comes with 4 tie downs, I believe. Or maybe 6. I believe this comes with 6 tie downs. This one comes with 4. So, like I said, anything that you guys have questions on, please let me know. And like I said, this package right here is about $1,700 is what it come out to be. I believe this is like $1,500 by itself, or maybe $1,300 or something. I can't remember, but it's like $1,300 for this, and then those are another $250 or so, or $300. So it's not cheap. It's definitely not cheap, but I think it's gonna be what I was looking for. Save my back a little bit. So if you guys have any questions, please let me know. I'll answer all of them. And yeah, I want to thank you guys for tuning in to Thrashing Outdoors. If you have any questions about anything or want to see anything else, please let me know. I don't have anything else to say. Complete headache putting it together, but I think it's going to be well worth it. So, comment below. Please like, share, and subscribe. And we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.